Well, let me not say that. I do good at interviews, but the nerve, the 19th of March, I got the notice.
Okay.
When we got there, we check in, they called us in, and
Mm-hmm.
we sat down, we did the oath, and he asked for IDs. We gave him the IDs, and then he
Mm-hmm.
started going through my
So let me ask.
I-130A.
So let me
And
ask you.
then,
Let me ask you this, not to cut you. So when you went there, because I want people to like get a feeling of, what it is like leaving from your car to the building. Like, did you see cameras around the building?
no, I didn't see any, but I know they're there.
Okay. And when you went into the
There were
waiting area, like when
there
you
were
were checking,
cameras,
there were
cameras
cameras.
in the waiting area. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. How long did it take you to like check in?
Like 5 minutes,
5 minutes. And how long did you wait in the waiting area?
probably 10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right. Go on.
Yeah, so we waited in the waiting area. The guy came for us
Mhm.
and he brought us in. We did the swearing and all, and he asked for IDs and he said he's gonna go through my I-130 first. And then he was having computer issues. And we sat there for like 10 minutes and they were saying, I don't want you guys to be waiting, so go back in the waiting room. And he was looking at the computer and he was looking at us. I was like, shit. I'm sorry. But
Okay.
anyway, he came back for us and he apologized. And then he went through my I-130. He asked question from the forms, the I-84, no, that form,
Mhm.
I-485, and the
Yeah.
I-130. And then he said, your I-130 has been approved. Your I-485 has been approved. And he said, I'm going to go to Gabrielle's. That's my toddler. She's 4. And he approved hers. And then he said to my husband,
Wait, one stick up in. So it was you and your daughter that got interviewed together.
yeah, she's 4.
She's 4. So they didn't ask. She's 4 years old. So I'm not expecting that they asked her any question.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he then went through hers, and then he said to my husband, I'm gonna go through your petition. And he went through it. He asked him 2 questions from it, and then his computer was still, the internet was lacking. And
Mhm.
then we started talking about his time in the Air Force. I told him I was from Jamaica, and he said nice. And then we just started talking about Gabriel. His son is
Okay.
5, Gabriel is 4. Start talking about sinus issues. He has sinus,
Okay.
Gabriel has sinus. And then we were there chatting like for 30 minutes. Nothing has to do with immigration. Then he was like, let me just double check to make sure that I submit everything. And he said, okay, everything is submitted. Everybody is approved. And he said, remember, 1 year and 6 months into your 2 year card, ensure that you file to remove the conditions. And I said, I will. And he said,
Was it 1 year
3.
and 9 months? Why did he say
He
1
said
year?
he said I can do it from 1 year and 6 months.
Okay. That's
And I
new to
said,
me.
yeah, I said to him, I thought it was 1 year and 9. He said, no, you can do it from 1 6. So make sure that you put it in because it's taking really long and you don't want the time to run out. And I said, okay, thanks for that. And then he
Okay.
said, also, just make sure you do your citizenship. And he
Okay.
said, you guys have been approved. Have a great
So let
day.
me ask you. He never asked your husband no question.
Nope.
So you see, guys, this is two total. You see, all right. So last week Wednesday, Jonesy. I don't know if you were here last week Wednesday, and Chin Chin was
The girl
here.
from New York,
Yes.
listen, Chin Chin let me almost not go to my interview. I was
Remember,
like,
it's not fear mongering, but Chin Chin. Remember, because I wanted this to. I started this to get different experiences from different people, right? That was the thing. And
no, the
guys, be kind in
person
the comment section,
we
okay?
don't have a child together. It's not his child.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel is my child from a previous marriage. It's not his child.
So, guys, you hear that? It's not his child, stepchild. They didn't ask her any question because I know that somebody wanted this answer to be answered because she has her daughter going
And
to an interview.
yeah, and he said basically, I don't even know why you guys have an interview, to be honest. But let me just go over the form. And I had selected yes, I am something under for the public charge, and I said I don't really understand what that was, So I selected yes, and he explained it. And then he
Uh-huh.
said, I told him how much I make and what I do for a living. And he was like, girl, you're not no public charge. Another person's misunderstood this question. I'll fix it for you. No problem.
So
And that was
Canso
it.
says she's going to Montgomery for an
Yeah,
interview. Let
that's
me
where I
ask you a
went.
question. Did you, for your public charge, you said you answered yes. You didn't, so you didn't understand the question when they said. So why did you thought that you were a public charge
Because I wasn't working at the time when I submitted.
when you submitted? It wasn't
Yeah.
anything that you thought that, oh, I have Medicaid, I have food
I
stamp.
don't have any of those. No, I just wasn't working at the time, so
Okay.
that's why I selected it. And I explained it to him, and I tell him that
And did he let
where
you
I work
correct
now.
that, like sign to it?
Yeah, yeah, he did,
Okay.
and he just wrote, "Client misunderstood the question. I explained, and she explained, and he wrote my job title and my salary, and he was like, girl, and then
So let me ask you something,
yeah,
Jonesy. What were the type of evidences that you sent in?
pictures, the marriage certificate, which is a must, um, bank statements, the
How
lease,
many months of bank statements?
three. I did
Hmm.
bank statement, lease. We have life insurance together. Pictures. That's
So they
it.
ask you, they're asking, did you do your paperwork on your own, or did you have a lawyer that
Yeah,
did it?
I did it. I did it on my own.
So she did it on her own. Tansa, don't be nervous. She did the paperwork on her own. So let me ask you this though, Jonesy. Because since you said you answered some of the questions wrong, somebody's asking what the public charge is. So no, public charge is anything that has to do with long-term assistance on the government. I can go on and on and on into what public
Yeah,
charge is, monetary, like things like TANF
and
taking cash assistance from the
and
government.
if you're, he said that like if you're making less than $32,000 for the year,
Mm-hmm.
something to that effect. Yeah, and I told him like no, and I told him my job and my salary, and he was like, oh, you definitely misunderstood this question. I was like, okay. And he changed it, and like he didn't ask me anything about the marriage, anything about, he just went over the forms and said approve, and then we just started talking.
So somebody's asking, did you take your evidences? So let me
Yeah,
phrase that for you.
yeah,
What
I
type of
did.
evidences did you actually take? Was it the
So
one that you previously submitted,
no,
or was it updated evidences?
updated. So I brought like the bills because I wasn't on the light bill, the water bill, the cable bill. We renewed the lease. I added him to my like health insurance because I started a new job. We
Mm-hmm.
got more pictures and the lease. We renewed the lease, and I brought that. And he didn't take anything. I said, Do you want additional evidence? Because I have a lot of stuff." And he was like, "No, I don't need anything else. Like I said, your case was straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we just wanted to see who we're dealing with, but
Mm-hmm.
no, I don't need anything."
So Jonesy, with is your husband in the military?
No.
So no, Paige, your husband is not in the military. No, Wick and that does not fall underneath the public charge, my dear. So my thing is, your interview was totally different from Chin
Yeah.
Chin interview, and
Very.
I think like after having a conversation with Chin Chin, I kind of analyzed it down to a point as to why they were being so hard on Chin Chin. But she's not here for me to talk. So when she come back, me will kind of like
I did it in Montgomery, Alabama.
she did
And
it.
persons were telling me, "Oh my God, that's a really bad office and they're really rough." And oh my God. And like, I was like,
They were
okay,
scaring you.
okay. But trust me, it seems as if we knew this guy for like forever. Because even when we were about to leave, he was still telling me about his son. He was still telling me about his time in the Air Force. And then my husband is terrified of flying.
Mm-hmm.
So he was saying that he was like 20 hours sometime he would be flying, and my husband was like, "I'm not going on a plane to save my life. I'm not going on a plane." And he was telling us when he has to refuel, when he has to go to places, because he was a survey in the Air Force, so they do plane rides to survey the areas. Tell me about his son, told us
Mm-hmm.
where we could go and have breakfast because we told him we didn't eat breakfast, told us where we could go and have breakfast or lunch. He gave us right down the direction, right the name of the restaurants and all.
Mm-hmm.
He was good.
Well, I'm happy and they approved you right on the spot. So
Yeah.
congratulations. And again, my platform is here for persons who are doing the process all on their own. You get little gems and trinkets here. And guys, I do want you to put congratulations to Jonesy in the chat because again, her thing was way, way different. She's in you said you did it your center is at Montgomery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicole, don't be nervous. Again, did you practice a lot though? I promise this is the like last two questions. Did you
Listen,
practice?
the night, yeah, because we drove down the night before and we sat at the hotel pool and we went over like over 50 questions. We didn't get asked not even one.
Then enough
Thank you
me enough
guys.
me give my client them all over 300 questions for the study. But what
Listen,
you do?
well, I mean, because we don't know who will be getting, I didn't know who I was getting. And thank God I got somebody who was pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
He followed us straight through and he said, listen, remember to remove your condition within 1 year and 6 months, 1 year and 9 months. And then he said, and I hope when you come back for your oath ceremony, I get to swear you in.
Ah, that's so nice. You got a real good officer. No, somebody there yesterday asked me for over 300 questions. Me give my client them. Any one of my client them they on this live, them say present and say yes, she did. Yeah. But Jonesy, what is your advice to persons who have an interview coming up? Or what can you tell them?
Listen, I'll be a hypocrite if I tell you don't be nervous because even up until now, I am still nervous because I can't believe that I didn't get to, he didn't ask me any questions at all. But all I can say is, you won't, even when you live with your partner for years, you won't know everything, but just practice the basics and don't overthink the questions. Don't overthink it. Just as if you're having a normal, think about it like you're going to a job interview and it's your dream job and you want to get that job. Think of it that way. And
You guys
just
can
be
ask Jonesy
honest,
some of
be
these
truthful,
questions. Hmm.
and just relax.
She did her process
Relax.
yesterday, Jonesy.
No,
Or
today. I did
today?
it this morning at 8:15 at Montgomery.
She did it today. So for those who are coming, she did it today. She got approved in the or on the spot, right? She got a really nice interviewer. The man never know why she come there because her case was clear cut. Never asked them a lot of questions,
Didn't
right?
ask us any questions at all, apart from the questions on the I eight
They're
four
having a
five and the
chill
I-130.
conversation. They were having a chill conversation about anything else other than the case.
Yeah.
And I just think that that's a way of trying to get to know the relationship too. So nothing that USCIS does is out of pocket. Nothing that they do. Hey, sweetie, and for all those who are coming in, thank you so much. She did her own paperwork by herself. But Jonesy, thank you so much for coming up,
You're
and
welcome.
congratulations again. And you did it. You did it. You didn't
Thank
use a
you.
lawyer.
And my case was approved within, because I submitted in August of last
Mhm.
year and it was approved today. So 8 months.
There you go, Jonesy. Big up to you. Right. You guys do not come late. She submit
Thank
a
you.
whole heap of stuff. Jonesy go in the chat go talk to them, yeah.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right.
Take
So
me
thank you
down,
so much,
please.
dear. Yeah, man, no
Sure, you can
problem.
take me down.
All right. Disconnect. All right, besties. So who else? Good night to all those who came in. I saw Modest, I saw you. Hello. I saw Tash. Mr. Grinch, I see you. I want to fight Mr. Grinch. Mr. Grinch, I hope you come back tomorrow. Tan, so big up to you.
You should really get him on there because the recording kind of blacked out a little bit.
Oh my God. Mr. Grinch said he's gonna come back tomorrow. Who else wants to come up into the box to tell me a little about their immigration process? Again, if they did their interview already, what was the experience like? Just push up your hand and say me, or just send the request. Let me see. I'm gonna put somebody in the box. Let's see who is this. Kadian. Hello. I guess both
It,
here.
you admit it's not. Hello, good night.
You know what I'm added.
I'm asking questions from my friend because she nervous till she got dead. She
No,
nervous till
but
she's
see, you
about
don't
to
get
die.
asked me if me give 300 questions. Of
Yes,
course.
I was
Of course.
asking what 300 question. What are you talking
Me
about?
generate 300
You
questions,
go
give them
make
let
she
them
have
girl
had
and
she
go
there right
study.
side of me outfit ball right now.
Don't
I
cry.
say,
Lovely. All right.
yeah,
She's there.
she say you're not for cry. She's shy bad. So me that's why me over here
What's her
ask
name?
question. She don't have Tausia. She don't have
Tasia.
Taos, she talk to you.
Me talk to her. Tasia.
I want baby this Sharon God. I want this.
Lord Jesus, Tasia run God. But Tasia, if you're hearing me, you have to go into your interview with faith and trust that tell people you know your relationship better than anybody else. Yes, USCIS, they're the ultimate garbage collector them and garbage detectors. Right? If you know you're in a bona fide marriage there,
Somebody I talk to
come
you.
on, man. Yes, you're going to go in there and you are going to be nervous. It's like any other interview. It's like a job interview. It's like you're going to go into college. It's one of those interviews that you get butterflies in your stomach. You don't know what is going to happen. But you see, Janelle is saying, just pray,
That's
prepare,
what I've
and
been telling her. Let me tell
pray.
you why she's nervous. So she said in her case when you send in the case now, yeah, she said in her case I think January, and then they send it back, say one of the paper updates, and then she fix it and send it back.
Yeah, January I was here. This year?
Yes, this year, yeah.
Then
And
Tasia, you good
wait now,
do.
wait now. So that's why she panic. So when she send it in, then send it back, say the farm did update, so she fi fix it. And then what? And then she fix it, send it back, then she get receipt. And then what? Yeah, and she get biometrics. So after she do biometrics, she thinks that she did not gonna get work permit. But she didn't get no work permit, she get scheduled for interview and she wanted.
Well, she's supposed to happy because some people have been waiting from last year. It's like right now USCIS is doing last in first out.
Somebody
So
says we thank God.
yeah, she thank
No,
God for
but she thinks it's a bad thing, and I'm saying to her, me I try find out information, and me I say no, me not think so because she a panic because she said she not get no work permit, and everybody get their work permit
not
first.
everybody. Satalsia is not everybody gets a work permit. Not
Oh,
everybody gets a work permit, right? I have a client. Take it from my experience. I have a client from August of last year. Everything went through pretty quickly. Got received pretty quickly. Got her biometrics pretty quickly. And let me tell you something: the people them don't look on her and give her no work permit. Our interview is scheduled in May.
but she are one or less than 3 months, and she
And hers is less than 3 months. It's nothing bad. Go and go bad up the interview. One in
Jesus.
with God and faith. Come
Yeah, be
on
a the
now.
bird because me no know what else to do. Me tell her everything I go alright, but me no know. She a mad. Me no know what to do.
No mental yeah. You know much people have been sitting down waiting. You see, Taniel posted, I coach posted, hey Sharon,
Oh,
I
it's
coach
our case is
posted a
good.
video. Somebody was waiting from
Oh.
2023, and her case had all ups and downs from 2023. And Tasia, listen to me and take this and take heed that this person has been waiting for so long.
Yeah, listen.
Today, I want her to get approved from 2023.
Oh my God.
Nobody talks about the cases, as Taniel said, nobody talks about the cases that have been sitting in limbo. And for you to come and January of 2025 and file, my love, and then all of a sudden, boom, say get interview while people be sitting down waiting, and I threw them finger, I wonder if them are gonna get waiver, them are gonna get interview, or their thing is just going to
Yeah,
be their
that.
process or their case is lost.
Yeah, hear that? So you're there mad me and me no know what to do with you. Me no know, 'cause me no know nothing
Go
about them
down, go
stuff here.
pray, and know say you're highly favored.
Oh my God. You hear that, girl?
Just
So you
know
can't
that.
stop ball now and stress me out. Lord Jesus.
Somebody say our cousin in at the chat away from 2023 there.
Oh my God, cousin waiting. Thank God you get scheduled for an interview. Once you get this GC, you don't need. See then say if you get that, you don't need the work permit. She
You
thinks
don't
there's
need it
something
once you
wrong.
get your
She
green
think that
card.
yeah, she think there's something wrong. Why them
So
not call her in?
he done tell Chelsea say for top our foolishness and
You
practice,
hear the
practice
people them are
prosperity.
telling? What she fi practice? Like somebody thinks them know. What them fi
What she
practice?
needs to do is to go ahead, practice all of the forms them which with them fill out. The I-130,
Oh.
I-485, right? Practice your
Okay.
forms. Even know about your joint sponsor if you had a joint sponsor, right? Know
Okay.
where your husband work. Tell her so for go on pa my site and go download one interview. One
Oh,
interview,
okay.
prepare for your interview.
What is that? She
And
not have TikTok because I'm mad house. We can't manage.
no,
When
she
she
go
fi
on
come
Google
here,
go find my website.
right,
Book
you
a
have a
session with
website. It
me.
depend on your page.
Yeah.
Alright, me I gotta do it for her and make Lord
Yeah,
Jesus.
man, our book a session with me when me tell her, when me talk to her. Tell her say you can't so shy.
Yeah,
Nah,
thanks,
look.
thanks. You don't understand when me I deal with me. I care. I the where you call it now.
Tell her say that you are going to an
I
interview
me I
and
the
she...
record Gibraltar right now. But
Alright.
thank you
See
very
that? Tell
much.
her say for big up
Alright, me I gonna
herself.
say if she will book the interview with you and
Yeah,
come.
tell her say for do that. And
Alright,
nobody
thank you.
shy.
Yeah, yeah,
Alright,
miss.
then.
Lord Jesus. Alright, me gone.
Okay, man, no problem. Alright, besties. I'm happy that everybody's here. Good night to who is here. Go ahead, share the live. Andra, go ahead and share the live in the group if you haven't done so as yet for me. Oh, Jamaican conversations are always sweet. I know, right? I'm telling you. All right. Anybody else who wants to come up into the chat? I mean, tell me about your immigration process. You know? Hey, babe.
I'll
What's up?
message her, but I might need to be on call fully right now.
You can go in there. Or talk to her then.
I will be,
But
I'll be right there.
That's-
Recorded on your show.
oh, guys, will probably hear Justin. I talked to him dance, huh? And
We'll see.
playing games with her. He plays games with her on Wednesdays. So if you don't hear nothing in the background at him and she. All right, besties. Who else wants to come up in the chat? I know that a lot of persons are shy. Is there any questions that you want to ask me? Miss Brown says very entertaining. If I thought maybe one of those case and what coming my way, thanks for what you're talking about. All right. So besties, anybody else who wants to come up into the box? I don't want to open the box entirely because I don't want it to be like a confusion. And I wish everybody to be like polite to each other, you know, not talk over each other. So if I do open the box, you guys can do that, right? Is the case tracker accurate? Not really. Are they waiving interviews? I know that they're still... Hey, sweet, thank you so much there. I know that they're still waiving interviews. Yeah, they are. Today, I-130 got approved for me, and that was for a stepchild. I'm going to go ahead and post that. But you know, Sal, me not easy, though. As soon as me see USCIS say bumps, the person say, all right, email gets sent. 5 minutes after the fact, another email gets sent. You know what me do? I just go log on for the account. I just go so, booms, 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 booms. And log on for the account. So me look, approval notice USCIS. No put to the something approve it, you know. But approval notice. Enough. And the I-130 was filed from last year, February. And was approved today. It was approved today. Hey, Andy. Hey, remember when Andy reached out to me, you know, and Andy do him case with prior and just watching different persons and reaching out to me to ask me questions. Right? Guys, if you don't follow me as yet, go ahead and follow me. There is a fake page that will try to message you, but I implore you, there's 2 persons that wants to come up into the box. Great. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to accept both of y'all. Let me accept the other person. And we're not going to talk over each other. Okay, besties? Good night. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. All right, so who wants to talk first?
Sorry?
Who wants to speak first?
I want to speak. It's fine.
Okay. All right, no problem.
Actually, I have a question. I just want to ask. I just got approval from my fiance. I just want to know what's the next step to do. If you can give me some information.
Okay, so you did your K1 visa. Well, your fiance visa first, and you said you got it approved, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the next step is for it to go to the NVC, right, to the person's country. But if it hasn't gone to the NVC as yet, you want to go ahead, do a public inquiry. Once you do that public inquiry, they will send you the invoice number and they will send you the case number, right? After that next step, then you just go ahead and do the DS-160. Once you receive those information from the NVC, you fill out the DS-160, upload all the evidences that you need to, right? After you do all of that, then you're gonna have to do the medical, like you're gonna set the medical date. So it's a lot that goes into the K1 visa. But if you want to, you can go ahead and try to reach out to me so I can like give you better guidance on it. Because again, if you do something wrong when it comes to the K1 visa, then it can set your process back, like back,
Oh, oh.
right? So
Okay.
and you don't want that. You
I don't.
can't afford that mistake.
And I have a question, like, do you think after, like, when you get approved and then, like, go to embassy, so it's gonna be like, how many months do you think, like, it will take to he will come?
Come again.
Just like, can you give me like an estimate how long it will take, like, after approval or the NVC process, how long it will take to come? Like, he
So
will
I'm
come.
gonna give you a timeline based on the ones that I have done. In
Okay.
total, for them to get to America, around 8 months.
So
Eight
after
months.
approval, right?
No, after approval, they can leave. They give them 6 months. After they approve the K1 visa, they give them 6 months to leave the country.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much. I will definitely reach you out and then
No
I'm gonna
problem
call you.
there.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
Thank you there. Have a good night. All right. Trudy Shan, how are you, dearest?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, I have a question, right? My question is, if you can't find a joint sponsor, what's the other option? There's no other option?
No, my love.
Why not? Because guess what?
There's no other. Look here, let me tell you
With my
something.
situation, my
Hmm.
husband just lost his job. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until he gets something. Then I just not just post, just do everything at that time because it makes no sense. I don't know who to ask, and then I kind of go on like everybody's life to have an idea, and some are saying that the person who you're gonna use, it has to show on their taxes that they can actually take care of you.
So this is what the joint sponsor is, and a lot of cases get denied. Guys, I'm not a lawyer and I don't give legal advice.
Yeah, man,
But
I
keep in mind,
know.
right? When it comes to a joint sponsor, I've seen a lot of RFEs for the I-864. I've seen a lot of denials for the
Mhm,
I-864. The I-864 have the case denied, right? I did a
mhm,
refile for somebody based on that and send it off today. No,
mhm.
the person who's going to be the joint sponsor needs to have the same thing that your petitioner would actually have.
Would
So
have
when it comes
good.
to yeah. So when it comes to the taxes, the tax return transcript, the W-2, and they really want to see the
Mm,
recent year. So sometimes some people overcomplicate it and they give all 3 years. It's not necessarily
mhm,
needed, right? So if
mhm,
your
mhm.
sponsor themselves cannot do it, they still need to fill out the I-864. They still need to give a reason as to why, they probably not able to sponsor you in terms of probably they didn't make enough income. Can they prove that they didn't make enough income?
But
Right?
with
But
my situation is not that. The person can. They're just not working right now. So if I should put in my papers
no,
this
but then
minute,
that not make no sense. Wait. So
exactly.
wait, yeah, tell me so. 2024. So let's go down into it. The 2024
Mhm.
taxes. You're saying
Mhm.
that the adjusted gross income is above the one, like the meets the 125%. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He could have. Yeah, if you. Yeah, yeah.
So even if he's not working right now, they still
Mhm.
need those taxes to prove that okay, why not work? No, come tell me. Like you need a consultation. Like we need to go
No
down in
man,
this because you're not gonna talk to business.
I think you're not understanding. He lost his
Talk
job.
again. And I
He
feel like me
lost
not
his.
understand it
He
clear.
lost his job in February. For him,
Mm-hmm.
if it was not a case where, say for instance, I had put in my papers, if I had gotten his tax transcript January and I put in my papers, I wouldn't have a problem because I'd already do it. What he was working can cover me. It's just two of us. That's not the point. I'm just
But I'm
saying I
saying in
did not
taxes.
know.
But understand what you're saying
You get
now.
what I'm saying? You
Reach out to me.
understand now?
Reach out to me. Yeah, reach out to me in my inbox or my
All right,
number.
all right. All right, thank you. Have a
Totally
great day.
understand what you're saying. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right, bye.
Yes.
Thanks.
Make
Yes.
a give a better guidance.
Yes. All right. Thank
Right
you.
there. No
Mhm.
problem. All right, besties. Who else want to come up? Well, they're not gonna know the girl business. Take it easy. Who else wants to come up in the box? Who else had an interview the past week, today, yesterday? Who else? Sweetie. Hey, Ozzy. Let me put up Ozzy. Ozzy. Guys, Ozzy does divorce. Come, Ozzy. Ozzy, come up into the box. All right, besties. This is Ozzy. Somebody said, just make sure you have other joint documents to support your case. Yes. So true, kids. So true. Is it okay to submit tax information for 3 recent years? So, guys, it's okay to do that because I'm not saying that you're not supposed to, right? I'm just saying sometimes when you send the 3 years, you overcomplicate it and you do not send the information that USCIS is requesting of you. So send the most recent year that USCIS can see because it's the most recent year that they're going to use anyways, right? Yeah. Hey, Ozzy. Good night, Ozzy.
Hey,
Ozzy,
good
am I
night.
telling people good night?
Good night, good night, good night, good night.
So, guys, this is Ozzy. He's also an immigration consultant and he's been around. He's in New York. So, if you need anything and you feel like, oh, you don't want to reach out to Annika in Missouri, Ozzy is there. He's in New York
Yes,
and he works in all 50 states like myself. All right. And he also does divorce. So if you know you're on here and you know want to commit bigamy and want to know when
yes,
you're supposed to get divorced, please reach out to Ozzy. Okay?
yes,
Or reach out to me and I can give you him number.
exactly.
All right, besties. Anybody else wants to come up into the chat? Anybody else? Come on, let me see who in here. What me I go put to the chat? You're in Missouri? Yes, I am in Missouri. Yes, I'm in Missouri. Hey, what is the current filing time for lawful permanent residents in Florida? I-130 spouse in Bahamas. Again, guys, the wait time, I'm just going to give you a general wait time, anytime from 1.5 years to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to give you a general wait time. Incredible Queen, do you want to come up here? Me too. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. Okay, hi. All right. Does anybody else want to come up into the chat and tell me how their immigration process is going? Do they need any guidance on anything? Right? I can give you a little bit guidance, right? If it's getting too hot in the kitchen, I'll tell you to come and book a consultation, okay? Ozzy, introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, good night. Hello? Hello?
They're hearing you, Ozzy.
Hey, good night, everyone. My name is Ozzy from OJR Immigration Consultant. I'm located in Brooklyn, New York. I serve my community, by extension, the 5 boroughs, and also the 50 states, right? We are specialized in immigration, anything comes to immigration, also divorce. You call us and we will help you navigate through your American dream. You call us and we will help you navigate through your American dream.
Ozzy, tell them where you're from.
Oh, in terms of my country where I came from, I was born Guyanese, grew up in Trinidad and Tobago, and I
There you
live
go.
in the United States now.
There you go. All right, people. So if you don't want to have a divorce, or you know if you're in New York and you feel like you don't want to reach out and you don't want to reach too far, Ozzy is there. All right, Ozzy bestie, I'm gonna take you off and I'm gonna try and see if I can get somebody else to come up into the chat. All right.
No problem. A great
All
night.
right, guys, and follow him too. All right, besties. Now let me see some of the questions. Good night. If you married once and they turn you down or turn down your green card, will I get through with the second marriage? I can't determine that, my love. If you married one time, right? Suspect 774. If you married one time and they turned on your green card, why did they turn on the green card? Was it based on fraud? What was it? Was it not enough information? You have to have a lawyer like dig deep as to what it was, right? If it needs a lawyer's attention. But I cannot tell you whether or not they will give you another green card. I don't work in USCIS. Did anyone in New York have an interview recently? Go up and talk. LOL. Keaton, why don't leave the people alone? Hey, Paris, darling. What is the question they asked on the I-485? What you mean by that? If you fail your medical, will the doctor tell you? Yeah. If it's the consular processing, I know they do, and here they will. Yeah. Shanti say, if you have an ITIN number and don't pay taxes, is that a problem? No, if you don't pay taxes for 3 years on the ITIN, you just will have to just go ahead and do another one. Well, yes, cause the man gone way said them drill him. Yeah, no, like he's gonna come back tomorrow, right? He says he's gonna come back tomorrow. So, Mr. Grinch, I am going to reach out to you because I want to hear what else happened because they gave you all a Stokes interview. Right? Okay. All right, besties. Nobody else. Hold on. Okay, somebody's in the box. So let's get that person who is in the box. Hi, baby. Good night. Nobody wants to talk.
Hello? Oh,
Real.
sorry about that. Sorry about that. The little boy give trouble.
Oh, it might get trouble. No
Yeah.
problem. You want
Get
to
a year
speak?
now. No, may I say,
Okay.
I think 2023 we did get married already, and
Mm-hmm.
almost filed the case, and the other half said they're not willing to go further, which we have a lawyer on the case,
Mm-hmm.
and we ended up do a vow. The lawyer filed a vow case for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I met somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And 2024, yeah, we got married 2024, I think June.
Mm-hmm.
So I got another lawyer and he filed another case. But I already did the biometrics. I get hey, stop it nice, Papa, please. A prima facie, the determination.
Mm-hmm.
And then we filed a new case, married and filed a new case. So I think, the on the internet, it was saying if you already got married and you got a vow, they're gonna dismiss the vow,
Yeah, they
basically.
can. They can get your lawyer will have to speak to your lawyer where that is concerned if you're withdrawing the law the VAWA.
Yeah, but he already filed a new case, but it's been filed since November, no October, and I only received the two receipt notice. That's it. No work permit, no
That's a one bigger than me, sir.
so,
I can't give legal advice,
yeah,
But
yeah,
I
understand.
mean, where that is concerned,
Hmm.
your lawyer would definitely be the best one to navigate you on this. And I think them know what them are do.
Yeah,
Right? If because
so basically,
he went ahead and file already. He knows what he's doing.
not to cut you, but basically, because I called him today, I was like, hey, I've been waiting. I mean, I'm working, obviously, but um, I said, hey, you know that I need the papers. He was saying, oh, it's kind of out of his control, which I understand. The new
Mm-hmm.
administration, everything that's in place. Oh
Mm-hmm.
no! Hey, come on, tell you, Jesus Christ! Yes, the new. Come
Oh,
on, like Kylie player. The
oh
new
Lord.
administration in place. So he was saying, if I get somebody now to offer me a job, then they would give me like a letter saying, hey, I'm offering him a job. And then he would send that into USCIS. So, kind of expedite
Expedite the work
the
permit.
documents. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that would work?
Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
mean, I've expedited person's work permit already.
Yeah.
But I had to have sufficient evidence to go ahead and expedite the work permit.
Okay.
So if he has the information saying that you are losing out financially and he's able to prove that, then he should be able to try and expedite it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
it. What?
he would be able to give you best guidance when it comes to, both
Yeah.
refiling a marriage based petition after getting one denied.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
All
good
right.
luck, good luck. And if all
I'll let
should work out,
I'll let you know how it went down.
yeah, you let us know if all should work out with
All
you.
right. Thank you.
All right, there. You have a good night.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kayan. Hello, Kayan.
Hey, how are you doing?
How are you, Kayana? Good
I'm
night.
good, thanks. So, question: if
Mm-hmm.
your spouse haven't filed his taxes in probably say 3 or 4 years, he refuses to do it, the tax season has passed. Is it a case where you can like submit his W-2 to get the 1040 without actually filing the taxes and use it? Or is the case where I'm
So,
gonna have to get a joint sponsor?
so what you want to do is make sure that you speak to a tax professional first, right? In finding out how much taxes your husband owe before you just decide to just send in just a W-2, because without the sufficient information that USCIS is looking for, then they might as well deny it. And what was the reason why your husband did not file?
I
Would
think
not go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I think he owes around 8,000 something. He did not file. He did mention something about him being or the IRS auditing him. So it was like that, or it is like that.
So you need to talk to a tax professional, right? And then after that, you want to make sure that you do get the joint sponsor, but again, sending in his to pay his taxes, or you can't just send in that W-2 alone. If you get what I say, you
Yeah.
can't, because then they're gonna look at it and say, well, the petitioner, they can't determine whether or not he's able to help. So there has to be a solid explanation to USCIS, and I feel like if I talk to you a little bit deeper to get more from it, right, then you could probably move forward, because you don't want to just give half of the problem and then you take it from there. So without not giving the entirety of it, right, entirety of the situation. So you can't just send in that alone, because based on that, they will more than likely probably deny it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome there. All right. Anybody else coming up? All right. So nobody else wants to come up with an interview because Mr. Grinch just did shock me. Mr. Grinch shocked me and run away, right? Somebody says no lease agreement, no bills. Will it affect your case? Again, not everybody has a lease. Not everybody has bills in their name. But at the end of the day, you need to work on your evidences. Without evidences, you have no case at all. Best believe that. Without evidences, you don't have no case. When it comes to like stepchild petition, right? You have to understand that this case, or the case that you're filing, stating that the step parent is filing for the child, it's based on your relationship to the step parent. So keep in mind, Justin is filing for my son, right? And if Justin is filing for my son, he's the step parent. No, the relationship where the step parent's relationship was founded upon That is the evidence that USCIS needs, right? That's the evidence that they need, plus more to show that you actually have a relationship with that child. Now, when it comes to your marriage, it's the same. You have to prove to USCIS. And when we say financial stuff is one of the strongest piece of evidence. And even sometimes when you have these financial things, they still call you in because they just want to clear up something. You have some people who, I'm going to give you an example. One of my clients, only 6 pieces of evidence she had. Good night, Sashibu. 6 pieces of evidence she had. 6 pieces. And they went and they did the interview and they got through. Me tell us not enough evidence that still, but based on what she had, and I looked at it, to me, it would have showed a bona fide relationship based on what she had. How long does USCIS take to process the I-130 for a spouse of US citizen from the UK? Again, thank you so much for joining the theme. Thank you so much, Jesus, for the gift. Again, it's just going to be a general timeline, my dear. And the timeline, trust me, still that 1.5 year to 2 years. Sometimes people get it before that. Sometimes people get their interview waived. Everybody's case is not the same. And sometimes it's the same question that everybody asks over and over. And it's just one of those things. And unfortunately, sometimes you're not even going to get the answer that you're looking for, right? Can USCIS send out an EDA and not send over the social? So let's get to this, because somebody in online kept on saying, oh, I'm lying and I'm lying and I'm lying. And I'm just like, bro, like if you have been doing immigration for a while, you realize that USCIS, they would have initially sent the social with the work permit, because on the I-765 and on the I-485, you're asking, they're going to request the social from USCIS. At this point, they have stopped, right? They have stopped. I have gotten over 12 different work permits and no social with them. No social with them. Thank you so much for the gift. None. And this was never the case. Last year, I got social with all of my work permits. All of my work permits I got social with last year. This year, from they announced what they said that they were going to do. So when persons are saying, oh, you're lying, keep in mind, I'm doing the work. Like, I'm in the midst of immigration. What are you talking about? I heard you gotta go in. No, yes, you have to. You can call, you can make your appointment, or you go into the department. For K1 persons that come here, some of them do not know, as K1 visa holders, they don't know that they can actually get their socials. They have to just go in with an I-94 and their passport. I bet half of y'all did not know that who did K1 visas. You sat down and you wait 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 and you wait. Well, let me just sprinkle a little bit of gem for you. As K1 visa holders and you get here, you're able to go and get your social. You're able to go in, right? Hello, Orlando bestie. Orlando. Oh my God. So yeah, so the social, don't pay me no man. So the social right now, yeah, it's not coming with them. Just to clarify my question, if I have an active number, so yeah, so no, and as an 18 person, I know never start paying taxes. Not sure if you how much you were working, where you were working, if you were working when you got your 18. So those are the questions too. Hi, coach. Guys, you know what I'm saying? Guys, you know, come here. Y'all see a viral video going around? And the viral video was with somebody talking about like a popular lawyer and their J1 visa, and then God, Jesus, so should I leave it alone? Yo, that video went viral, guys. I'm gonna leave it alone for sure. I'm not say nothing. I leave it alone. But y'all only need for go and go watch the video of the girl. That's all I'm saying. Hi, coach, you want to come up? Hi, coach, do you want to come up? Respond so me can't watch it. Not me. I am not reposting that. Mm-mm. 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 Me. Mm-mm. Okay, all right, there. Make sure you're available. Amina, repost that. Next topic, please. For true. I coach you don't want to come up. Next topic, I'm not do it. All right, besties. So anybody else went to an interview? Let them also know that if they work, USCIS will forgive. Yes, big and bold. If you guys work, USCIS will forgive you. Right? It is written in their policies. If you overstay and you're married to a US citizen, right? See, pretty boo tell myself stay type people business, me I still type people in business for true. For true. So if you work unauthorized and if you overstay and you're married to a US citizen, written in policy, you will be forgiven. Mr. Ona stop it on the lock on the mouth over here. It is, let me see here. Is it before or after marriage though? It's after marriage, my dear. You have to marry to a US citizen for that to take place for you. So should I state that I worked for all of my clients that I've worked with? Keep in mind that I never tell them to lie. I tell them, make sure that you tell the people that you're working. When I'm filling out their form, you have to. Tanto, I will block it. You have to tell USCIS that you're working. It don't make any sense you lie to them, right? It doesn't make any sense. Look here, I coach. Come, call it up here, make a class them for me. Because them not here, you know, them not here, so if you love it alone. I couldn't stay so. I couldn't dance so.
Girl, why are you forced to come on?
You're going to tell us if you come on the live. True. Yeah, man. Always tell the people them say, hey, this guy named Mr. Grinch come up here and him drop a bombshell pan we in a Tanil and run away.
Grinch? What I'm do?
Mr. Grinch, same guy interview and them give a Stokes interview and them ask him 1,000,001 question. And the question that they asked him, I'm just like, this was me all the time. And then he said, oh, I gotta go. I was like, what? I didn't even get to question him.
Like he's a citizen or
No,
him need the green card?
I think him had the green card. Him had the one we're looking at green card.
Oh.
40 questions. Yeah, 40 questions. Nick said them ask him. 40 questions. He was in his interview for 2 hours.
Oh.
So yes. So them fast asleep. True, I need to go watch it though. So if you worked 7 years ago and you're married to a US citizen, again, slay with sleeks. Yeah, it shall be forgiven. Just don't lie. Somebody said my grandmother.
Tell the truth. Mm-hmm.
Just tell the truth. Like a lot of persons want to feel like it's good. It's a good thing to lie. It's not. Don't lie. When I overstayed, me put everywhere me work, my love. Everywhere me work, my puts.
I never
Every
know what
single way.
USCIS offer you. No, you did have one customer where them got the interview, the interviewer show them some picture of them at one place. The interview pull up some picture with them.
That was so funny.
And the woman nearly pissed up herself. She said, "How the heck?
Look
Let me have
here.
them picture here."
Y'all need to understand that if USCIS wants to, they will stalk y'all. They will stalk y'all if they want to. Like if they feel like you went into the interview and you like bullface lied in front of them, the field work starts. The field work starts and I eat that. You remember the man who tell you about where his wife they come out of jail and they're going to the
Yes.
interview and
Yes.
everything.
Mhm.
And the woman say, "Where you go?" And the man say, "My soul come back." My God, Jalian. And USCIS followed him and just give him a notice of denial.
Mhm.
Because it's like them did not say it fake apparently, you know. Them just know that it was fake and they were just waiting. And when we talk them something of them suicide up his story where I talk. These are factual things, actual factual thing. Right, besties? So yeah. So Tanya, might in a look a podcast on
Oh,
YouTube. Yeah, may I record.
oh shoot! I have half of my head. Wait, let me get my props on something, them girl. Hold on.
I know I did. Hey Momo, hey Momo. Momo, how are you? Hi Angel. Kids, big up to you. You know, so don't take this, and don't take this thing serious. Don't take this thing serious. I will ask me some questions. You know, say I don't understand why USCIS has sent me message in a night. Let me see who for case. USCIS just love for stress people. We laugh for everything. But no, I laugh for everything. Haven't been here. Lala. Hey, Lala. Lala, you started immigration business yet? Because Lala like to help people, you know. A UFA card produced. Let me not understand this case, yeah? Wait there. I don't understand the case, yeah. Make me see a card produced. But think gonna say this is something I was for interview. Hold on. I can't follow USCIS, you know. Yeah, Lala, you don't start your immigration business as yet. Remember, you like to you love to help people. I know say Lala like to help people. When done, when you're done with us, everybody's supposed to know how to do their case. It's true, but the thing is, sometimes you think you know, and you really don't know, right? Is it okay if I? Yeah, man. I'm the insurance guy. If you're here, type in, man. Type whatever you want to type so people can reach out to you for insurance. Please do. If them reach out to you and you don't treat them right, and them come back and say, Annika, for your life, they go say, I don't know you. If you don't treat them right, and them come and say, Annika, boy, I'm a book of insurance that person and a person or whatever, they go say, I don't know you. I don't know if I'm nowhere. Thank you so much. USCIS needs to know about your annulment. Yes, dear. Yes, they do. I have 2 different clients that had annulment, and we let them know about the annulment. Why you feel like them can't file the annulment? Hi D19, how are you? I know you guys know that I'm never always here or over here, so but them time of night here. Guys, follow the page, like the live for me, please. Yes.
I'm change my glasses. I put on my little filter.
It was your run for
Fix
That was
my ear.
Yo, look here. Tani, you know me love laughing, you know? Look here. Tani, you know me
That's
love.
how enough a company life, guys, to where I see him too.
I see that the background then.
I see a long time in that year from you, you know. OJR, immigration. Long time.
Listen, girl, you cute. Stop it. Oh my god. Like, don't come here. Don't come bust up with it up here, please. Okay? Okay? Yeah. True. But Tani, you have anything to say to these people while we out here and we just grinding and the people have them immigration interview and them are mad we and yeah, you know, none of that. I used to think you guys are the same person. Oh, Tani, wait until Tani you come back. Who said it? Cara. Cara, what you mean? When you have an important battle, tell me I will help you win. Millionaire, we don't battle, you know. We've never battled. Like, we don't really come on TikTok for do them something there. But thank you. Can you speak on multiple marriages and the immigrants? What do you want me to talk about though, Miss Fine? In terms of what? I swear you guys must be family. The girls in here look alike.
So is it okay, for example, like since January, I've had 2 people who went to interviews and both of them, one of them was married 5 times. I want to say I have to turn FBI if I find them divorced there. 5 times. But it was the first time he was sponsoring an immigrant, right? But he's been married 5 times. And that one, although it was the first time he was sponsoring somebody, first time he was sponsoring before.
Daniel, you remember that one other person and in petition no, and him did married and wife, you know, she passed away. It's a sad thing. But at the same time, immigration tell him, say, look here now, you need to tell us say your first marriage was real. Right? They said it. You need to tell us that the first marriage real. But remember how them go for go get the affidavit from the pastor and then the pastor just dead the next day too. I mean like what kind of cross is this? Me like nobody else never did there for write the affidavit for them, you know. And then all of a sudden, the very next day when them go for go get the affidavit from the pastor dead too. So in case that right now our USCIS mean for say them want proof. And it's proof them want and them not going through with nothing else. So you see for the married guys, and they felt like the first marriage was fraudulent because the wife had withdrew the petition too. Because she was very sick. You know, her brains go and whatever it was. She withdrew the petition. So they thought that it was fraudulent. So because of it, them thinking that it was fraudulent, they now say, prove that the first marriage was real. We don't care how much you are married right now. So these things are real, guys. And nobody feel them not real. Are real something. Somebody said, what if your spouse died after you submitted? Taniel, widower.
Yeah, widow, there's still a petition that can be filed. So if you have a pending case, you can request for them to convert it over into a widower petition. Or and if you were married and they passed away and never filed, then you can do that application.
Somebody said if you have familiarity, formally let USCIS know you are withdrawing a case. Yeah, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just say by word of mouth and verbally to the person, oh, I'm going to withdraw the case and don't withdraw it. USCIS been gonna prove that I want 30 and you still don't withdraw the case.
Mm-hmm. I recently had one of those whereby so the guy was married and he see me and come live with me is 2 different things, guys. Him did in love with the lady and everything. But anyhow, they're moving together. They decided to get married, right? The lady now was still messaging her ex that was in prison, right? So the ex is like the love of her life, apparently. So the ex now, so they're like 4 months into the marriage. She find out that the ex are gonna get released from jail. Once you find out that the ex are get released from jail, all hell break loose in that relationship. She start she all beat him up. She all beat him up, have the scratches, bruises, and everything. So, anyhow, when the ex-man come out of prison, she kick him out and move in the ex-man, right? So, this is like 6-7 months in, right? So, me don't know why I'm never considered Vawa. I didn't know him at that time or anything like that. But he decided to just file a divorce. So he filed one divorce, move on, remarry. However, the lady did file a I-130 petition online. Just the I-130 alone, right? He said she did the research. Someone told her that just file the I-130 alone in the moment. That's what she did, right? Him not have no copies and nothing, him not know nothing. So ended up doing the fire to find out what was, what it was. That's how I found out it was just the I-130, right? Do the fire, get that, and then had to do a withdrawal. And it processed within like a month. Within like a month, they processed it. In that case, because she was a petitioner, right? And obviously now him not know she there business, but she there because she and her ex-convict, hook up. So basically had to do the letter from his perspective, detailing the abuse, detailing the nature of the situation, the abuse that he went through and XYZ, show them say move on with in life, in divorce, now married, and then him as the beneficiary requesting to withdraw. Yeah.
It is so sad. You see, a lot of people say marriage don't put on a foreign, which is true. Marriage don't put on a foreign, and green card do not sell in Walmart, and it don't sell on the street side, right? But some of the things that we do. But some of the things, how long is that remedy going to take?
Yeah. Kira, you can reach out to me. You still need to withdraw it. You don't want the problem because
Exactly.
when that time come on, no, there's an update on, and actually one of my customers send it to me. It's saying that reduction or elimination of interview waivers. Various offices now require interviews for all family-based adjustment of status cases with a pending Form I-30. Some also report that USCIS now requires interview for employment based along with cancellations of interview waiver appointments. Set expectations early with clients.
She said, but a divorce was done in 6 months, but you still need to withdraw the petition though, because the petition, it's just out there. It's out there. USCIS can send a request for evidence, and even if they send a request for evidence, and them can approve it. But I mean, you still need to withdraw it. Somebody said, what can I do if you're lost? I guess if you lost your passport and you have an interview soon. You don't have the other ID, you never get no like biometrics, you never get a work permit. You did report it. If you report it, please to bring the police report there to show them that you actually lost your passport and you reported it.
So even though you are divorced, you're divorced with the court. Remember, that's with the family court. USCIS don't business about the family court, right? So you were divorced, you need to let USCIS know. So if that case was pending, it is your duty to let them know.
And it's not legal advice, guys, okay? So somebody says, so my friend was married and got divorced twice in short space, and now she looking to get married for adjustment. Can a man? Hey, can
For the marriage bona fide.
their background check. Somebody said they don't do their background check. A lot of people don't do their background check because, again, I've seen where persons go ahead, get married to somebody, then all of a sudden when they realize, say, all right, somebody like me, somebody like Taniel is asking for a divorce decree, and then you're like, oh, it can't send you without a divorce decree. I'm gonna have it. And then when we go dig down from yard to yonder, cannot find it. And then when we send you to the courts to go and get it, they tell you, oh, this divorce was not final.
Girl,
It's just don't come.
the call must about 30 county in a which state. from court to court to court to find one divorce the other day. But me charge them pay me for my time. But I just went down each county. They knew it was in that state, but they didn't know which county. And me call
Somebody
for
said, "Yeah,
30
you need to find
till
the
before
right
me get
person."
state.
But the thing is, you don't know. All right, you have to understand that what is the right person and who's the right person, though. I mean, you can sit here. I can sit here with my husband, and Tanya, you can sit here with her husband, and we never truly know that person and never truly really know their intent.
Listen, me married 12 years now and me still don't know my husband intent. And me still there. People change. I him don't know my intent. Me probably a change like Green Lizard right now and he don't know. So any card can play. You know, they find y'all listen, I don't think so.
I get that. Somebody say you have to question the person. You have to question the person to see what their intents are, because a lot of these persons know that, okay, you're immigrants. Yes, you want paperwork. I'm gonna ask the question, why marry me if you're not gonna help me? And I'm dead serious about that. Why marry me if you're not gonna want to help me? I'm not gonna put my mouth on the ground and be like, oh, you know, going out a relationship and I never tell you say I'm undocumented. I never tell you say me's a out of status person. I didn't even tell you anything. No, it's like a trick, me a trick you, the US citizen, for say to you say, oh, but you know, can you file these paperwork? Now the person I wonder what kind of paperwork you're here, like what you mean? Can't you just stay? We're married. Can't you just stay and be here? Aren't you now a citizen? A lot of these citizens are oblivious to the immigration process. It's know that people have TikTok and everybody know a TikTok lawyer apparently, and everybody be speaking on immigration and everybody be telling persons, oh, you know, the side hustle is now to go and fill out an immigration form for people and mess people case up. Just side note, right? But I'm just saying, don't trick people. Yes, you want your paper, but be honest about it. Be honest about it. Be honest about it. Come on now, look.
And if you don't know how to communicate, I would say, guys, say you meet, because a lot of us, you know, and I'm not trying to bash Jamaicans or Caribbeans. We know how to communicate everything else. We know how to tell people them behind.
But don't know how to tell them say you not have papers.
Exactly. We know how to do everything else. We know how to do everything else, but explain to somebody what we true intentions are. And in any event, me have a lot of people who reach out to me and they're like, Tania, listen, I meet somebody, you know, I explain to them about my immigration status, but they just don't understand what it is. Can I do a consultation with you just for that? So them now book no consultation for me to do them paperwork, you know. Them just want me talk to them spouse so me can explain to them what it entails.
And you have some spouse, like, all right, one of my clients, her husband watches me and her husband introduced her to me. She's the citizen. Right now, if I tell you, say, I don't husband me talk to, I don't talk to the husband, I talk to the husband like, probably like in the background one time, and he's the one that introduced her to me. And she's the one doing everything. Like, she's the one that communicates with me. She's the one that goes on and create the account them. The USCIS online account. She's the citizen and she wants to know the process. She wants to know what goes on in the process so that, of course, she can help her husband. When stop putting the mouth on the ground and talk, stop putting the foot on the mouth underneath on the foot bottom. And if you know you find somebody that you're truly in love with, right? And you feel like, oh, I'm going to get married, right? If you feel like you're going to get married.
Be swift, yes.
Tell the people them. Shake my head, did you still get married? Strawway. I'll be a conversation going on yesterday, you know. Well, I missed the conversation them.
Sure way say her husband do a 180 on her the night of the wedding. Like always say people change at Green Lizard, him change the same night at wedding.
That's crazy. And these people sometimes you realize that they're in it for something. But remember, you know, we in it for something too. So if you're in it for your green card and you truly love the person, and them in it for say, well, you know, you have a better job than me. You have a better job than me. You can't help each other. Yeah. Each other scratch each other back. That's what it is. But when you can't keep on a lie to these persons, when you can't keep on a like just a go around and married. No man, come on, man. Immigration help, there is Hey, Epic Boss. Hey, a long time no see some of them people, you know. Epic Boss, Strawway, Yard Food, Wagwan. Big up to everybody that's on here. We know so on love for watch you, but it's not all the time. This not happening again until next Wednesday. Me I telling the truth. No lie, me I come on tomorrow. Come want hear Mr. Grinch.
You're coming live tomorrow? Yeah, I'm
Me I
on
come
TikTok.
tomorrow. Come want hear Mr. Grinch story.
He
Cause
said
Mr.
he's
Grinch,
coming back. He might come
yeah,
back.
him say I'm gonna be available tomorrow. So me want hear Mr. Grinch up his story 2 hour interview.
And when was this? Was it a recent interview or?
Recent, yeah, him say recent. Him did, I think him say he did it this week. Who is who is Mr. Grinch? Mr. Grinch is a client that came
And he
up
might
here.
come to talk already. Him now wait until he hear from them.
Mr. Grinch come talk the things there, but him just talk it so quickly, and everybody was
Never
like
come
in
talk.
awe.
Me
Mr.
never
Grinch
never
said,
come talk so soon.
him say I don't have enough time, and him come talk. But why here? But what if you find love and that person doesn't want to file for you? Does that still work? Me nah sit down in a no yam feel relationship. I'm not sitting down in a relationship that somebody's talking about they're not going to file for me. What do you mean?
No girl, they can plant dasheen and cocoa.
Me not plan no dashina, no
And some
cocoa
yellow
pan, no
yam.
palm. No, what if when no man? No, tell me. Why if me to tell Justin when I tell him that I am undocumented and my husband I got talk about or when me tell him the process him say nah file for me, they be like really look funny and be like, huh? What? I said maybe I didn't explain it properly to you. Let me explain the consequences of what will happen to me.
There
Like
you
when
go. Wait,
that
you
way,
said that. You said that perfectly. Let me explain the consequences of what will happen. Explain to them. Break it down for them so they understand what will
like
happen.
Like somebody said, what can go so? A man could have married me. No, and that's the reason why you want to make sure that you tell them what's your situation before you get into bed with somebody where you don't know. Yeah, because sometimes you tell them and then me don't know what happened and then change their mind. But you see, if you tell them previously, Tanil, and them say, yeah, that's fine, I love you, and it's for love, and me I do this because I love you, then sure. But if you sit down and don't open your mouth and then you get married and then all of a sudden you wonder why the person are telling you, when you start telling them 1,000,001 things, you have 7 different forms to fill out, sir. Your name need to go on this, you need to disclose all of this information. And then all of a sudden, man, I say, I'm not giving me SSN, I'm not giving him a tax information, I'm not giving my birthday. These are all things that can have me hacked. Identity theft. Like what? A serious thing. A serious thing. So not just have to understand, say, be upfront. Just like if you're not going in on the interview, because everybody and their mama scared right now at the interview. Everybody Tanil, everybody have heart failure over interview them.
And listen, me talk to somebody tonight and all she depends on me have to tell her, say, miss me and come take a phone and delete TikTok. The whole conversation she depend. But
I wish
me hear
ear on
somebody on
TikTok.
TikTok say this and somebody I made it that. So me tell me say, all right, take it or leave it. You want TikTok or you want me? I have 3 people got interviewed this week and they did an amazing job. So you choose.
Just a
You're gonna listen to the thing. And guys, the reality is the interview is not so bad. All of me people who got the interview are nerve wracking. When I ask them, so how was it? They must say, boy,
It did
it's
all right.
really not as bad as it sounds. And a part of it is, and me and Annika talk about this all the while, set your case up for success, meaning that make sure your paperwork's in order, make sure your paperwork them tight, make sure your evidence is them tight. You see, all of my customers were going and when them evidence is tight, the interview is a seamless process. So when you go to interview them, ask the little basic something them now, hammer you. Right? Them ask,
what is this? What is that?
you gotta set yourself up for success. So when the paperwork tight, orderly, easily presentable, presentation is key, and that's the other thing, right? You can't just jumble up everything. You want to
Everything they
explain.
want.
You can't explain certain things. Not just assume say they're gonna know what that is and why. Explanation, right? Explain what the evidences are, right? So when an officer look on the case and them see your paperwork type, when I got interview, all them have to do is ask you what your favorite color, what your favorite food? Where you eat for
Exactly.
lunch yesterday? Who got work first? Who wanna do for no birthday? And you answer them question and then make no go on.
Yeah, somebody said, yes, they asked who being first. What did you have for breakfast? Angel, it seemed like say you got your interview already.
Yeah, but when the paperwork tight, me find that. And me, I say it's proven because for the last 4 or 5 years, all of the customer them when want a paperwork tight, you not have no problem. May have one girl from 2023, our paperwork never
was
tight.
telling them.
The
I was
notice
telling
of intent
them.
when I
The
say my
report seat.
paperwork not tight, she did have one and two things. I'm give her one list. I'm say, hey, make sure say you get them your work on them. Every month me I check in, hey, you work on this something them. Yeah man, me I work on them. Even though me busy at work, and me I check in, send them cup. She say, no man, me I work on them, everything good.
Yes, Joel, you got your interview already. You get your green card approved. Mama, Angela, your customer telling you.
No, sir. But Anaka, our stuff, our evidence, them never tied. And me can only remind you, me not live in your yard with you, yeah, man. So me can
That's
only
true.
remind you, and she say, yes, she got
Ah,
it, right? She responded to the RFE, she got interview. Them never 100%. I mean, the interview was a good interview, but the officer said to her, say, your evidence is them lacking. While you did a good interview, they answer a question them. The officer literally told her, you did a great interview, but your evidence is lacking. We need to see what more you have,
this is and you'll
right?
never understand this. Say, all right, you come to us, you come to somebody like us, and we give you this list, and we say, if you have more studies, right, and we put them in such a way that USCIS can understand it, we put a text message, then we put a call log, then we put a Zelle, right, we put a bank statement, then we explain it all. So, all right, so and so and so, right? And you're gonna look at us and you're gonna say to us, well, I don't have so much stuff, and I don't have this, and I don't have that. All right, we understand you don't have it, but then we're asking you, promise us that once we submit, you're going to work on your evidences so we can upload more stuff for you, right? So we could do the most. We could do the most, and then if USCIS want interview it, make them interview it, right? But when you're gonna just say you just not have nothing point blank period, nothing, then it's like you set up yourself and your case for failure. Somebody are calling him Tanio.
Lanita, oh, go on, girl.
Yeah, so it's like you set up yourself for failure right there. So I understand, like, especially when it comes to like some of the military persons, I understand with them, some of them say, look here, some of them have to live with family because at any moment, any given time, them supposed can gamble them business. Some of them don't really have nothing because half of the time them live with family. They're not paying any bills, right? But USCIS go one will know, all right, your spouse is in the military. Some of them don't even live together because they're in the military. Probably in there, South Carolina, you there somewhere else, right? But they might want to look on. So does he still help you with the household bills, even if he doesn't live there? Can you prove that? Right? If you have a child, is he helping with the child? Can you prove that? Like there's a lot of things that you can use to prove. Or you're going to go show them why your life expectations and your future with your husband that's in the military.
Listen, even in this notice of intent to deny, when we say then give 1 month to respond to the thing, we have to do cartwheel. Your non-traditional stuff, we had to go hard on the non-traditional day-to-day stuff, right? And we have to go in at the explanation. Like the all of the explanation was really a play on emotions, right?
Yeah.
Because a guy normally help with the kids' homework in the evenings on video call. They have to write one long explanation about that, how he, even though he's not physically in Jamaica, how he
How
involved with
will
the
help
kids
you?
them.
Mm-hmm.
She normally kind of, down and depressed. They kind of like literally go down into like the the emotional things to kind of like prove a
Say with
point.
Justin, like, all right, so take for instance with Justin and Amir. Like Justin sent Amir likes drawing. Justin is very artistic, right? And what he did was to send like my brother emails for Amir. Remember, you know, my son not have no email, and if he does, he
Hmm.
not check nothing. He might
Right,
seven, right?
right.
So Justin in turn sends emails to my brother to send like scripts of, how to achieve this drawing, how to achieve this picture, and then he would, notate it. All right, give this to Amir so Amir can, learn how to draw something better. And he sent multiple of those like conversations he would sit down and have with my mom. Remember, Amir not have no phone. Again, in my 7, him not have no phone. So who you expect he's gonna call? He's gonna call
Right.
his grandma, right?
Right.
And calling
Right.
his grandma, then we record those calls, and then with those calls, then you gotta put an explanation. Cause remember the pitting on a phone in my 7. Who is his guardian? His grandma. Like, these are what these conversations are all about. Text messages, when you see them, having conversations about how Amir is doing in school. Me, they're part of the school group, just in a part of the school group. So, like, we get texts from the school. All right, when we show them that text, we not just fling the text them on the paper, right? We not do that. We have the explanation as to what are these texts about, right? If we pay Dr. Bill at Jamaica, right? All right, the money I come from we through Western Union. All right, what was this for? Like, give an explanation as to what it was for. It
Who,
wasn't
what,
just to
when,
buy
where,
food.
why? Hmm.
So this is how they're telling you, put your things them together. And it depends on the interviewer. It depends on them half of the time.
Anaka, please talk about the picture. Cause I have some customers that, oh, they were obsessed about the picture. Like, you
Look
don't need
here.
100 picture,
When I need 100
150
picture,
picture. It,
look
it,
here,
it
me
get
tell
on my
my
nerves,
client there,
man.
20 to 35 picture, and you
You don't
need to
need
pick
more than
out,
that.
you only need to pick out the most important pictures, and you don't need 100 picture of your wedding. No, when you do that, it's USCIS looking for you and say, all right, so you're not a more picture, my love. You're
You
not a
know,
more
have to
picture.
be, and you know, have to be, like, once you
One
submit the
time a
picture, if you
15 picture me
even,
send it to
yeah,
somebody.
even down the line, even when we say, okay, you can upload more evidences, you don't need to upload 50 more, 30 more picture documents. At that point, when you send them submit and you having it two little picture them, then a business about to look. I mean, the picture them, okay, yes, them see it, but don't OD on pictures, OD on your documents, your agreements, your finances, your those things. OD on that. I think
Mm-hmm.
Bentley.
But it's just one of those things. Pictures are not everything. And you have to show the
Hold on,
timeline of
let
the
me mute
pictures.
myself.
You definitely have to show the timeline of the pictures. You have to show the timeline of the pictures, guys. You can't just fling the picture them on the paper and not give the people them any explanation about it. It's just one of those things. But there are other evidences. There's a lot more evidences. They never took any pictures from us. And the thing is, when you're going into your interview, you need to bring updated stuff. Bring updated stuff. If you have the updated things, then just bring the updated things then. Sometimes you go in there and they might ask you, do you have anything updated? And you say no. It depends on the timeline though. So what if a January you did do your packet and send in, and then by February then get an interview? I don't really know if we can get them. You know, I'm not new for get the people them. You know, have nothing new for get the people them.
Yeah, and Vanessa, you're gonna be fine. The two little accoutrements I picture them where you're sending is fine. Get your documents in order.
And the explanation and what do things.
Even the
That's
same girl with the Noid, she never have no leaves because she live with the sister. And we just write out the explanation and then we say, get your sister mortgage statement, get your sister light bill. Make a show them say true you talk with the living arrangements. Show me all
exactly.
your cash up your sister for help towards the monthly bill. Screenshot them, make a show them say you live with your sister yard, your sister is a homeowner. See proof you're a homeowner, see proof say you're not on bills in your name because everything's in her name, and show me the proof of your send for contribute to the household. But there was an explanation. Because we
And I
cannot
think
expect the
that's where
officer
a lot
to
of
just
people are
look at
wrong.
these things and assume. It has to tell a story. Timeline is important.
They
Organized
just say,
timeline.
My niece never have nothing, just a letter, and she got her 10 years straight. Hey, Angela, when that did happen, which year that?
Some people have luck, you know.
Then some people does have luck. Which year that? Do we have to show proof of all the places we live? You're not for really show proof of all the places where you live. You literally probably just, when them ask you for the timeline on the paper, you tell them the 5 years of history for
Address
your address
history.
history.
Yeah.
You don't need to show them. The thing is, sometimes what happens is that if you and your spouse has been together for a while, or you move from point A to point B, and point B to point C, and point C to point D, and you have all of that information there, you can really compile all of them together.
Organize them. Mhm.
You can really compile them together. So, and organize them so that them can actually see. And that make USCIS know.
Sister
So,
says she hears an interview. Alright, let me tell you guys. The only interviews I think are hard are the interviews where your stuff case not organized properly, your evidence is lacking, right? And you're just all over the place. When the stuff is done properly, organized properly, proper explanations, everything copper set with the types of evidences and stuff that you submit. I don't think those interviews are hard.
they're not.
They're not. We never see one of them audience. Not at least not in the last 5 years.
It's just that, as we say, sometimes you go in, and even sometimes when you not have no whole question, because guess what? Again, the young lady that did her interview, like, she phoned me and I just did upload evidence for her. And me I tell her, say, she never have no barrage and nothing. Me just put it things them together for her. And when she went
Orderly.
in, and them ask her questions, and I think she did say, like, them ask her like how the outside of her apartment look. Them ask them, can they see the joint bank account, like the card that they have, so them show them it. Them ask for the, if them can see the house key. I guess one of them never did have them house key because one go pick up one. So I guess the other spouse did home, so she just leave her key home. And the other spouse did their home. So the spouse, which are the US citizens, show the key. Like, it's just, her interview never had, and she swear say it did hard, and she did nervous. Somebody said, do I need to bring my previous lease? They did upload a previous lease already. If you did upload a previous lease, you probably need to bring back your previous lease. Is there anything new that you have? 10 o'clock, may I come off of you, sir? What time were you there at 11 o'clock?
Yeah, just about 11.
We're here 4 minutes more. That's one of my
Now,
customers.
one night figure finish up one little.
You can bring that as extra evidence. I mean, if she never did send it in, if she never submit it, then she could have bring it. Who would I call you? Exactly, so thanks for stop stressing me out. Why? I cannot be bothered. That's just a ramp with me though. But besties, we're going to end this because you know me, I put this on YouTube. We're gonna end it nicely. Okay? And every Wednesday night, me gonna try, because me I do it for my podcast so that other persons in the the entire world when they can see, understand, know the process of immigration, know the process of interview by other person's experience. Right? And with that being said, my name is Annika. This here is Tennille from iCoach Support Services, right? And we help persons right across the state. The YouTube channel is Immigration Help 101, right? So we help persons right across the state. We're not lawyers. We don't give legal advice. We know when to ref a case to a lawyer, right? And we do other things. It's not only immigration alone, right? We branch out and we do other things.
Yeah, if you guys need to file a divorce, you can hit me up.
Yeah, and you can eat up as it too. As it the divorce.
Azzy.
So, you need your passport renewal, we do that. Right? If you need your J1, we do that. right? If you need letter writing, immigration letter writing, we do that. Tanil file taxes, should do that. My
We charge
accountant.
enough money. Yes, Caesar. We charge enough money.
Look here, what for charge for time? What I mean?
And the
What
headache.
for charge for time? Come on, man. You see, missy people spend millions of dollars for fraud and scam, you know.
A Tansa said, who did say them give somebody 8,000 and they not get nothing yet for
Cancer
8,000
today,
dollars?
cancer
We not
paid
charge
lawyer
$8,000 not so much.
$8,000. Cancer paid a
Alright.
lawyer $1,000. But I'm just saying, be mindful that there's a lot that's going on in immigration. It's not everything that you hear on the internet is true. You hear? Not everything gonna go fact check on yourself. Fact check, fact check, fact check. When you stop asking if you can go travel, if you have a liar, ask a liar. If you don't have a liar, get a liar. If you want to go travel as a green card holder, ensure. Go ask a liar. Right? Right. So besties, 1 minute to the hour. If you don't follow yet, go ahead and follow us. We're going to come off here at as it click 10. My God. See, at 10 o'clock. Just follow it. Until next time, people, I'll see you here tomorrow because I want to hear Mr. Grinch side